Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you're new. I'm Cheryl, this is Table Full of Joy. And friends, today's video is extra special. It is a collaboration with my sweet friend Clarissa from Sunny in the Suburbs. This is our monthly homemakers collaboration where you're gonna get to see all kinds of fun homemaker things for fall and Halloween. In our house, we don't celebrate Halloween, but we do celebrate fall in the seasons of change. And I'm gonna share with you guys one of our absolute favorite apple bread recipes. It is a staple in our house in the fall time. It uses up all of that garden zucchini that probably everybody still has, and the beautiful fresh apples that are coming in from the farms right now. These I just picked up on Saturday at Thistledown, which is our local farm. They have incredible apples out there. I also grabbed the zucchini out there too because we didn't do a garden this year. I just don't have time to deal with the garden. And it's just much easier for me just to support our local farms around here. So I went out and got some fresh produce out there. I'm excited to share this recipe with you guys. It is super simple. It does make 2 loaves of bread. I am making them in my Pullman loaves. If you don't want 2 loaves, then by all means cut the recipe in half and just make 1. But I am gonna go ahead and make both loaves because I'm gonna gift a loaf to some friends. And so I'm okay with that. So let's get this made. It's super easy, super simple. It's gonna go together really quick and it's gonna go in the oven. So we're gonna start doing our wet ingredients first. So we need 3 eggs. This recipe just screams fall to me with the apples and the zucchini and all of the spices that go into this. I am making one change to this recipe though. It's just my personal preference. If you don't have it or you don't want to buy it, then don't worry about it. But I'm going to use apple pie spice in this instead of just plain cinnamon. I love the extra flavor that all those extra spices give. So our 3 eggs, we're going to add 1 cup of oil. I need 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Anytime you're using brown sugar, you always want to pack it so that you get an accurate measurement for your brown sugar. So we're just gonna put that 1 cup in there. Now we need 1 cup of just white granulated sugar. I forgot to preheat my oven. Let's preheat our oven to 350. So that can be preheating while we are putting this together. 1 cup of white sugar. And a teaspoon of vanilla. A little over is fine. I'm gonna whisk these wet ingredients together, get them all combined, and then we're gonna move on and do all of our dry ingredients. Like I said, this goes together super, super quick. It does have to bake for about 45 minutes to an hour in the oven. Because I'm doing these in my Pullman bread pans, that they probably don't have to bake quite that long. If you are not familiar with the Pullman loaf pans, they are a little bit longer and a little bit shorter, or not as tall as a regular bread pan. I tend to like them better for making bread, and so that's what I'm gonna use. All right, that looks good to me. Grab our other bowl. We're going to put in our flour. We need 3 cups of flour, and I think everybody is doing baking right now because I went to Fred Meyer this morning and they were completely out of flour. So I may have to go to a different store in the morning and get some flour. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. One of those was a little bit shy. All right, so there's our flour. We need 3, it says 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. And as I said, I'm using an apple pie spice. I love all of the extra warm spices that are in apple pie spice. So that's why I'm choosing to use that versus the cinnamon. We also need 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I think that's about what I have left in this thing. So I'm just gonna add it. I grabbed another one at the store this morning because I knew that I was out, and I am trying to do a bunch of baking right now. So I needed to stock up on some baking items. We need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm gonna just pat it because mine's a little bit clumpy. I don't know why this last batch of baking soda that I picked up was really clumpy. We need a teaspoon of salt. And of course, we're using our Redmond's real salt. That is my favorite salt to use when I'm doing any kind of cooking or baking. I love it. I'm gonna just use my little whisk to get all of these dry ingredients combined together. I love using a whisk when I do this because it really does help kind of lighten up the dry mixture. Our oven is preheated. All right, I think those are ready to go. Now we need to grate our zucchini, and the recipe actually calls for the apple to be diced. Well, you know what, friends? If I've got my grater out and I'm grating zucchini, I'm gonna grate my apple too, because why am I gonna stand there and dice an apple when I don't have to? So I'm just gonna use my grater, and I'm gonna grate all of this. It's just gonna be a whole lot faster, a whole lot easier. Let's let the box grater do the work for us. I am not going to peel my apple either. I'm gonna leave the peeling right on this apple. I washed it. We're just gonna grate it down to the core. I never understood why in recipes, if they tell you to grate one thing and then they say dice the other, I'm like, why am I gonna go to the work of dicing something when I've already got my grater out? And to me, that was so much faster than standing here and dicing it. I'm all about time saving in the kitchen. Saving myself steps. If I've already got one tool out, I'm gonna use it more than once. All right, so I've got my dry. We're gonna go ahead and dump our wet. And I am gonna have to switch to a different tool because the whisk is not gonna work in the flour. Let's get the rest of our wet stuff out of here. It already smells incredible, and I haven't even baked it yet. And I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this in right now, and I'm gonna just mix it all in at the same time because I don't want to overmix this dough. So I want to be able to just mix it all at once. So let's just use our spatula. Let's get everything folded in here. The last ingredient that we've got is some walnuts. You don't have to put them in if you don't want to. If you're not a walnut fan, leave them out. If you'd rather put pecans in. Whatever kind of nut you would rather have in it. I just happen to have some walnuts that I got on clearance at Fred Meyer. They were in my freezer. So I'm gonna go ahead and use those because my husband and I do not mind walnuts at all. All right, so before I get this mixed in the rest of the way, I wanna get those walnuts put in there. I'm gonna use my chopper just to help me out because, you know, why not? Why chop when I don't have to? I'm not going to do it like a real fine chop. I just want a little bit of a chop on them. I've got another bag over here. Check your clearance section, friends, because I'm always getting nuts and all kinds of super expensive. Like this bag right here would have been like $13. at the grocery store, but I managed to find them on clearance for $4.50 a bag, and I grabbed all that they had because I knew that baking season was coming and I wanted to stash those in my freezer. All right, now that I got my nuts in here, I'm gonna go ahead and get this mixed in the rest of the way. This is just how I keep from over mixing my batter, is I just finish mixing it the rest of the way with the last of the ingredients, and then just be really careful. Making sure we get our spatula all the way on the bottom of the bowl, get all of that stuff up. All right, let's get this in our bread pans. I'm going to use a little bit of my Baker's Joy because I want to be able to get these breads out. I am super excited about this bread. The other good thing about having the peeling from the apple and the zucchini in this bread and not taking it off is it gives you another source of fiber. So that skin on both of these things has a lot of fiber in it. So you're getting veggies, you're getting fiber, you're getting fruit, you're getting all the things in this. And like I said, I like using the Pullman pans because they are a little bit smaller. They're not quite as tall. All right, let's get the rest of this put in our other pan. I think I'm just gonna hold the bowl. Hopefully I don't drop it in the pan like I did the last time I was doing this. We're just going to eyeball these and see if they're about the same or pretty close. I can already tell the first one has just a tiny bit more than this one. So I'm going to pull just a little bit out of this other pan. Okay, I think those are probably pretty even, pretty close. Close enough for me. All right, our oven is hot. We're gonna bake these at 350 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna check them at about the 35-minute mark only because, as I said, my pans are a lot smaller than a regular bread pan. All right, friends, here is our bread. They smell absolutely incredible. You need to get them out of these pans and onto a cooling rack so that they can cool completely. You definitely don't want to cut into these things until they've cooled down a little bit, just because they're going to be a little bit gummy if you do that. If you don't let them cool completely, let that steam kind of escape. So let's get these out of our pans and onto a cooling rack. All right, so you can see our pans. So this is what I mean about these Pullman pans. They're longer and they're not as tall as a regular bread pan. And I love that because it gives me a little bit smaller loaf. Because when I sit down to have something like this with my coffee or with my tea, I don't want a big, tall piece of bread. I want a nice, small piece so I can kind of control it. But you can see these are absolutely beautiful. I love these Pullman pans. I will leave a link in the description box for these if you're interested in getting some of these off of Amazon. I use these almost exclusively for any kind of bread that I'm making, whether I'm making sandwich bread or whatever it is. This is the bread pan that I use, is this Pullman. So we're gonna let this sit here and cool a little bit longer, and then we're gonna cut a slice. All right, friends, we are gonna cut into one of these beautiful loaves of apple zucchini bread. grab this one. Let's cut us a slice. So you can see how beautiful I love the end pieces. They are my favorite. Don't ask me why, but they just are. So we're gonna cut this. It still is just a little bit warm. It's not super hot. Wow, friends, look at that. You can see the zucchini in there. It's nice and moist. It's beautiful. Let's put a little butter. I don't know about you guys. I love butter on this kind of stuff. So we're gonna put just a little bit of butter on this. Oh my goodness, friends. Look at that. Let's give this a taste. That's fall. That is so good. I need a cup of coffee now. That is so good, friends. You need to make this. Super fresh. I love the zucchini. I love that we grated the apple instead of diced it. Why go to the work? I don't want to stand here and dice apples. I already had the grater out. I'm going to use the tool again, make the work a little easier, make this bread. It's delicious, friends. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen as we made a delicious and fun fall recipe. Super quick, easy bread, super delicious. I'm going to say it's healthy. Yes, it's got sugar, but I'm going to say it's healthy. Get your kids to eat veggies with this. They're never going to know that you put zucchini in this bread. You could actually put carrots in it too, and still do the apples, still do the zucchini, and have 2 veggies in there with this sweet apple, and the kids will never know that they're getting a vegetable in here. So good. Absolutely love this. So anyway, friends, thank you so much to you guys and my sweet friend Clarissa from Sunny in the Suburbs for always hosting this monthly collaboration that all of us get to join her and sharing all the things for that month's subject or whatever it is. I can't even think. I'm so tired, friends. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. I love getting to be a part of these collaborations. I love getting to see what all the channels put together. There's always so many fun ideas, so many fun recipes, so many organization things, lots of motivation, and I need motivation because I have a lot of projects I need to get tackled around here. And that's what we're going to be doing over this next month, is tackling some of these projects that I have kind of put off, but I need to get them done because the holidays are coming, friends. I need to get these done. I need to get my house in order so we're ready for the holidays. I'm not scrambling trying to get things done. We've got company coming over, we've got parties, all the things. I need to get my house in order. So that's what we're going to do this month. We're going to focus during Vlogtober. We're going to focus on projects, getting things done every single day. I'll bring you guys along with me. Hope it gives you some motivation to get some things done too. And so, friends, we're going to go enjoy this. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. Yes, it is 2:30 in the afternoon, but I'm going to go get a cup of coffee and I'm going to enjoy this. Hubby will be home soon. He's going to smell it when he comes in. I guarantee he's going to want a piece, but that's okay. I'll cut him a slice. We've got things to do tonight. We'll give a little energy, and yeah, it's going to be delicious. So, friends, thank you guys again so much for joining me. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your day to come and hang out with me, see what I'm doing in my kitchen, come spend time with me. Your time is valuable, and I know that. And the fact that you take time out of your day to watch my videos, to like them, to comment on them, that just means so much to me, and I just really appreciate that. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button up there. Friends, we are so close to 1,500 subscribers, and I cannot wait until we hit that number. That is going to be a huge number for me. So if you have not shared my channel with your friends, please do. Encourage them to come and check out what we're doing over here. We've got some fun collaborations coming up this month, some fun projects that we're getting ready to start that I cannot wait to get started. And I would love to have your friends and family come along with us on this journey. And friends, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless.